Alito. I'm gonna do a little better scenery than my upstairs, but I feel like upstairs is good enough. Who the fuck are you? Enjoy it, you know. Burn me a little bit of this right here is frankincense, so I love it. And I'm about to eat, so it goes hand in hand. Otherwise, I'd be burning some lavender and then myrrh. So when you come on, just say something. Wait a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and let people know that I'm live. There we go. Oh, I love it. I haven't eaten all day. Cashews. Go up in here. So I'm gonna be grubbing. I'll be talking. Push it back a little bit. Yes, native veteran. That's right. I represent. Alito. Marcus, what's going on, family? He wants me to install later. I'm gonna give it about an hour. Let's go ahead with. Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm just waiting for a few more people. I'm gonna let people know that I'm here. All right. I'm not gonna. No, nigga, fuck Alec Baldwin. I'm gonna definitely speak on some things. And you know me, I like a small community. I don't like a whole lot of nuts, but it's open. My stuff is public. It's open. I had to take my old light off. I'm just gonna put it back on now. I'm not shooting. I'm at the range, and you know they got something about. Yeah, you can show firearms. Um, and it's loaded. I'm in my own personal what you call it. There we go. It's charged up. So we'll put that over there. Or I can always get to it. First, I want to start off, and they can always come back and view this. I just got the shower, put my body down with some olive oil and some lime. Excellent freaking read. This is the small joint. This comes from a bigger book, but the narratives were given by individuals who redo it and this, that, and the other. And I read some of the original one. It's always a whitewash, and whitewash don't for the so-called white folks. It means a lie. It means lying about history. That's all it means, whitewashing. It's like gaslighting means bullshitting your way through something or lying on somebody, you know, defamation of character, this, that, and other. Pueblo Revolt, I've read this about 12 times. I have PDFs to the original rights, and it's just amazing. So what I have here is a very healthy salad. I actually have sardines because I need the fat after my little walk and run. I didn't lift my weights today. And I got some roasted unsalted cashews. I wish they were raw. But until I go to where I shop at, I can't get no raw cashews. So I like them raw. Some avocado, zucchini, squash, yellow squash, red bell pepper, red onions. Don't worry, the onions that we got are not the ones that they purposely put out there. If that's even a real thing, I think it's all gaslight. I'm using a lemon herb today, cilantro and parsley, arugula, and it's really good. Very good. Burning a little bit of frankincense. And a lot of people like to talk about a lot of stuff. A lot of people that came into this in the last few years, a handful of years, and who started making a living. But the people who talk for like an hour, 2, 3 hours, you got to talk that long. My great grandpa, my great great uncle, my great grandpa, mom, used to say, if anybody talk over 30, 40 minutes and you're parlaying in that conversation, but they talk over that, if you haven't hashed out what you've done in a week, hell, in the first 10 minutes, and then everything else is parlay with laugh and jokes on everything, they're not saying nothing. So some people only want to be right, and then they'll sit there and go alleged in their thought. In my see, when you say in my understanding, and your knowledge is very small, you shouldn't talk too much. If your travels aren't diverse, and you haven't been to a lot of places, but you want people to listen to you because you use Google as your source of information, no apologies. You shouldn't be the go-to for information. And whenever somebody finds something and they're not humble enough to express that the history's always been there, and they want to act like they have ownership over it, you probably should leave them alone. Because they're no good. Obviously, I have enough platform I want to be live on. I'm going to get some nifty things. First, I want to say this. Isn't it funny how... Here we go. Isn't it funny how this fake government, that's no leaders, they're not in charge of shit, procedures on law, want you to accept dominion over domain, want people to believe that you have to wear a costume to be sovereign when a citizen, meaning the original inhabitants, are the sovereign people because they're on their nationality, their ancestral land. I got people who want to believe, and they still use the word white, existed at the same time we did. No, they didn't. When you ask somebody what's albinoism, when they're talking about albinos, and what's leprosy, how many forms of leprosy, what is albino is, and what is albinoism? Because there are pale skins who are albinos don't look like this. They look like normal folks. When people don't understand real medicine and stuff, and they just want they just want to lead people down the rabbit hole that don't exist. You're gonna have these things when somebody like myself comes along, and not with no religious ideology, ask these things. You're not gonna get a proper answer because it's too complicated and too confusing. I literally know that there weren't no Pelskins here in the beginning. I don't care how you look at it. The line, the land, the moon, so-called sun, everything's been lied about. Just so people could be divided. But if people want to argue about it, like they may say I'm doing, by being in opposition, they could be wrong. And the more disturbing thing is, you know me, I'm getting it in. I'm on YouTube. I was like, appreciate come over there and watch it. You know what I mean? James Branch, you know me, I got the gun with the loadout. Instead of going live, I don't know if people will get my messages and stuff. But I'm on my laptop. I got my ears, but I'm not hooking all that up. I'm not gonna bring nobody on to converse. Marcus Reynolds was just here. I don't know if he's working or not. And a couple of people popping their heads in. Because I don't want a big platform. I just want people that actually want to learn something. But I went live here to say, come on over to YouTube. I'm going to be getting rid of Instagram. I'm going to be getting rid of all this crap. Come on over to YouTube. Oh, she's delicious. It's good eating. And if you're ever in a group chat, talk about the building of a people and a nation, if that's the words you want to use, and a person wants to take their time out during that conversation to mute you all the time so they can get their point across, because I'm not argumentative, I can listen, and they want to mute you so they can argue with somebody in the chat, they're emotionally unstable. That is not the person you want to go to for information, because they're not there to listen. The little bit of information they have learned in a little 2, 3, 4 years they have gained or access, and they're willing to stop the conversation to go and argue with somebody. No. My stuff, everything of mine is public. If people want to come and act a fool, so be it. I like it. Reason why I support designers in their next moves. It's not because of my Jewish heritage. My Indian heritage allows me to see things on a different level, with a different perspective. I don't like to see the harm come to nobody. I really don't. I detest wars. They were all implemented to break up societal norms. I'm 55 years old. I know on my ancient age, I'm over 100 and something. I knew my fourth great grandparents, great relatives. My oldest brothers and sisters were born in the mix of the mid to the mid early, well, kind of mid 1800s. I remember my great grandma that raised me was born in 1980 something. She died in 95, 94, 95, 96 years old. 1987, 87, 89, 88, 96 years old. Regina Lee from Old Town, Winston-Salem. Indian and Jewish. Dark as midnight. Both parents, Indian and Jew. She was dark as midnight. So in 1987, when I came home to bury her, when was she born? Huh? And then think about her mama and papa. They were born around the Civil War. Like my great uncles, Sandy and C, who fought as children in the Civil War. And they knew the truth about the Indian Wars of the 1700s. Oh yeah, they knew their ancestors. So in Mongolians and Persians and this, that, and they say they don't remember Persians being here nowhere. They said there was albino tribal people, and they weren't secluded. They just wanted to make sure nobody had leprosy. So albinism, that meant that you didn't necessarily have to be pale skinned. You could have a deformity or something based on leprosy. Or your eye color, which was prevalent here, just like Easter Island, they call it, the British. It's not Easter Island, bro. Stop that. Now, brothers in the Pacific. And then all those in Hawaii and everywhere else. Green, blue, hazel. We got it right here. There's nothing spectacular about that. But when you have people who want to talk about that and go hard about that and all that foolishness. Hey, Mark, you back, brother? Okay. Hey, Cherokee, hello. I love you guys. And people don't want to argue a point that they've already made, but they want to argue it. That's not building. That's not communication. Do not parlay with that. Say, excuse me, brother, sister. No, I'm not going to have this conversation no more. It was a pleasure talking with you, having a discussion with you, because we didn't build. You're too dismissive, and you don't even know what I know. This is important, and most people don't know how to do that. I'm going to actually, because I have I have the where I can bring people in. I can share on here. I could create a poll too, which I'm not going to do that. Custom emojis and all that. Slow mode is on, so that means a second, which I'm probably going to put up to 5. People can comment, but it is what it is. You already know, sis. You already know. And this goes for anybody. That's why share this stuff, y'all. Share it so it gets out there. Please share it. Because, hit the like, get people to subscribe, because I'm going to be dropping a lot of stuff. And I want to simplify things. And we'll be still doing 2A stuff, because the channel is more about 2A. But it's also about who we are, who we are as an indigenous people, sentient beings. I hate the word people. But sentient beings, who we are and the truth of it. Some secrets. And it bothered a lot of the Masons. When I told them, in Edinburgh, Scotland, 1980 something, I'm not going to say the years, and I met a whole lot of old folks when they said, "Oh man, y'all history over there, they just got y'all screwed up." These were older folks. They were, and I had to drink that 12-row drink, and some people know about that, so they know I'm telling the truth. Like first time I fell, if I didn't fall, I didn't succeed. So you receive information. And that's the only test I had. So I ate some shepherd's pie, and they saw the way that I ate that shepherd's pie. And I said, "Oh, my mama makes you." And they go, "Oh." I said, "Yeah, I got some Dutch in my family." They go, "Oh." Yeah, they set up. They didn't say nothing, no words. They put fresh new glasses. This time the glasses had writings on them. And the old lady, she was about 9 years old. She moved from the corner to the other side of the table. She was looking at me just like this. She's a Mason woman. 9 years old, Mason. Oh, Eastern Star and all that foolishness. I said, "This time I'm gonna finish it. I don't care if I gotta sit here and piss in my pants." And the guy, Jimmy, about 78. This guy, remember the 80s, this guy was like into World War I and World War II and some other things. All he knew was fighting and some other weird shit. I got to listen to our drunken conversations that I just would rather not hear or remember. But it says in America, you know what it's named after. I said, "I know it's not even a word." I said, "Most of the states are named after my people and ancestors." He said, "Well, how do you feel about the Mongolians?" "I love my brothers, so like all of y'all." Good answer. And I said, "But I also know that you're not the original people here, per se." And the lady in the corner had this little thing with a cigarette, like it was in France or something. She goes, picks up a bit, sits back. She had good lungs. We all smoking them damn things they were smoking. And when she shook her head like that, nodded her head, the other guy he was about 82, came over. I don't know all the names out. They're long gone. They're long deceased. He came and put his left hand over my shoulder and his right hand on my shoulder, and he put his head to the back of my head. His head. I'm a fight as strong as, but everything, I was so calm. Everything became calm. You know what they said after that? A whole lot. And they said I'm their big brother. You know what it's like to go back to the ship and not say shit? And a few people know exactly where you went, and they just give you the nod. It's bigger than all these people with their little brains, their little squares and shit and all that. Talking about simplify and all that goofy shit. They're pawns, they're puppets. And they says, "You probably be the last one we ever talk to like this." They've actually forbid it. We didn't want us to do this. But you're cheap. So there I was. And I got to learn. The secret wasn't a secret. The secret was that our people would be in the midst of delusion. And it would change. The other thing is that we're supposed to communicate with the animals. The fuck? I love animals. But I hate calling them animals. And when I would discuss things, I was straight up. They said, "Be very candid." They let me know what I needed to know. I'm gonna call a dog a dog. That's my little four-legged brother or sister. It's like a so-called cat. And they said this is where I got this saying. You can take a child and you can raise them, you can raise them to believe a dog is a cat and a cat is a dog. So what is the significance of that? I wanted to say there's nothing. I said the significance is it fictional? I had only a question. Ask me again. What is the significance? Is it significant? I says, well, yes, if you want to be able to control people. But no. If you realize that we're all alive, regardless of power. Old lady did that again. This time she was sitting close to me. She started talking about, if I was younger. She was being dead serious, y'all. She wasn't a bad looking 90-year-old woman either. She was the top of all that. Good looking Scottish woman, y'all, for 90 years old. I was like, she was nice, she was old. That's when she started talking. She said, there's a lot of people here who have the demise of the land and the people at their own peril, and we will not parlay and partake in it. That's the reason why a lot of the Irish long ago and Scots had a problem with Europe, even in the conquest of the land. And things have long changed. A lot of things have been hidden. A lot of secrets have come up, and people don't want to believe in it. People would rather, like right now today, what do you think people are doing today? Other than the few that will come and look at my video, but what do you think people are doing today? I can go get 2 sticks, cross them, tie them together, and put strings on them. I can get another 2 sticks, tie them, put strings on them. So I got hands, feet, head movement, walking, I can articulate a marionette, a puppet. I used to make them, that's why I know. Well, look at the people around you and notice that you don't see the sticks nor the strings. But how they're moving is not how they're supposed to move. And it actually is not how they would move if they had the common sense of decency and the knowledge to know better. It was like that with me for a long time. And yes, they would pull a puppet out. And man, we drank and we had a good time and laughs, and man, I just heard so many gems. And they said, look, we're afraid of what we've done. These are old folks, man. And I remember saying to them, and this one they said, okay, he's got a little wisdom. I said, if you're so afraid now, why don't you think about that long ago when you were doing those things? Why are you in here? Because I'm young and stupid. I said, y'all have made it this 70, 80, 90. Come on. Then I said, wait a minute. How long have y'all been doing this with the one at a time thing? They said for a long time. So they've been making amends. They've been enlightening a handful. It's just not enough. And today you probably don't have any of those anywhere. And if you do, I would know because I haven't seen anybody speak like me that been through the things like me. Only a few I've met. And some of them don't want to say nothing because I didn't have to say nothing. Let's watch. I wouldn't have been targeted. But by targeting me, they did the worst things. Those idiots. It only solidified and proved to me how powerful I am and how weak they really are. And some people have said in my inbox, how come a lot of people ain't following you? I said, do you think YouTube want people to follow me? I said on Instagram, they sent me a letter telling me, oh, you can't make this, you can't make currency. I sent a message back to them, what the fuck make you think I'm going to make some damn dollar? I said, wow, y'all are really broken. I'm eating enough, y'all, because I'm going to have me a slice of pizza. Don't get fucked up. Tomo, is that you still there, honey? Say something. Marcus, where you at? I know Robbie's talking to him. Sometimes his thing goes out, or he's working, or, the internet. And it does it over here, too, sometimes. You ain't saying nothing. Okay. This was excellent. When you go out there and walk and run for like an hour or more, If you want to properly refuel yourself, let the morning be your continued part of your fast. Because your body, even when you after you sleep and you wake up, your body is still in a state of repair. But the moment you break it, doesn't mean that it's not repairing. It means now you're giving it fuel to further repair on your next rest. Oh, okay, I feel you, bro. and and hence comes the cleansing. Somebody said, James, why do you use olive oil instead of lotions and stuff? I said, well, I have lavender, Vino. But I know Johnson & Johnson has their hands in a lot of things like Tom's of Maine when they bought them out some years ago. And the deodorant started burning my arms. So I called him and says, what the hell we all done? He said, what are you talking about? I've used Tom's of Maine for all over 15, 20 years. I don't like titanium dioxide and all that crap, and mercury and all this. I like to make my own soap, really. But and so somebody at the bottom said, well, who is it? I said, damn it. I give you my name, address, and everything. Google it, nigga. You ain't going to do nothing. Let me tell you something, Johnson & Johnson. If you're a front runner and you're really that far employed, or you an agent, how dare y'all be part of that system? So beware of what comes. And I remember saying directly to him, eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. It can be rewarding or it can be defeating. I don't bite my tongue with nobody. I don't threaten nobody. I tell them exactly a threat. Let me show you what a threat is, right? I don't have nothing that is not organic or natural. I was going to read to you some bad shit on the label. All right. That's a threat. That right there can be a threat to somebody. Or it could be a benefactor. Safe, This is damaged ammo. This is ammo that I would not shoot. And I actually removed the black powder. And this right here, it's got too much damage to it. So I would never use it. Cause catastrophic, This right here, I wouldn't use this because of the dent right there. It could explode in your barrel. This example, this is not no firearms or anything. I wouldn't do that on live. Okay? This is reset it. Now I can pull it out, but I'm just gonna remove the fire and the pin and this, that, and other, and give it to a friend of mine that loads. Same thing with these 9mm rounds. These damages right here, these dents, can be very damaging. Do you risk putting that stuff into, you see what I'm saying? So do you risk putting bad stuff in your body? It's the point I'm making. It's real simple to quantify and share knowledge and speak on things. It's another thing when you can make it relevant to the comprehension. For comprehension, Let me finish this up. Because I want y'all to see this is delicious. The avocado. I'm getting all the good fats for the brain. I'm getting with the cilantro, certain things to remove the phosphorus, the chlorophyll, the B17 and the reds. I got some strawberries thawing out that I'm going to enjoy in a strawberry blueberry parfait with parsley blended up and frozen, like a sherbet or something with you. And I'm going to put some actual liquid real cane sugar. And once I blend it, freeze it, and watch another horror flick tonight. I had some last night, and I slept like a friggin' baby. I wish we were all much closer. I'd be amazed at all the knowledge we have, we could share, and the things we could do. Implement it for the best and betterment of our people. Without the people who didn't want to leave or think they're in control. It's just sad. I have people who are scared to watch my videos because they feel like I'm disrespectful. No. How could I be disrespectful when people disrespect themselves? Let me see where I put it up. I think it's upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Really. It's upstairs, yeah. I just want to make sure I got it. I'm going to light another. I'm going to light one more. That one's almost been done. I got bunches of these. The what's called cones. Oh, frankincense. So when you're talking, light some frankincense. If you and your old lady are upset, or you or whoever your significant other is upset, light some lavender and eat some rose hips and lemon peel. Take the lemon, scrape the zest, or just carve like me, eat the whole lemon, just eat the lemon. Burn lavender all throughout your house. And once the lavender burns out, just in the fact that you're moving around and you're not talking, burn the sage and crack the windows and then see where the argument goes. Real stuff. It is elevating. It is enlightening. I don't even need to smoke weed, y'all. I haven't smoked weed in a while. A real long time. And I quit drinking. A lot of people know that. Some people over here were surprised. Yo, Red don't drink. Red quit drinking. I'm like, yeah, it's not a cigarette. No, I quit. I got beer. I've got alcohol. Not for me. No. I'm still chewing tobacco, but not as much as I used to. I have raw tobacco that I use for medicinal purposes. I have a corn husk pipe. Many people have seen it. It's about 37 years old. I think it's older than that because it was made by a Vietnam veteran. And I put a little tobacco in there, burn it, and I set it down in the middle of the house. And I go outside and I grab some red clay and I come in the house and I pour it right there in front of it. Pour that red, what you call dirt or sand, right there on the wooden floor. Touch myself. It says 0 watches, but I've been here. I know. No, that's they're having a serious, they're having an issue. There's nothing I can do about it. And I'm not here to talk violence, harm, or hurt, pain, all that. They can be even uplifted, but you know how it is when you have a generation of people who are paid to do some very vile things. It is what it is. And I'm not here to change that. Because, see, we're bigger than that. We're bigger than all that little stuff they have. We're bigger than the people they vigorously invite on our soil with perversions in their hearts and minds. And I don't mean bigger like giant robot Godzilla King. No, the bigger I'm talking about is bigger than even what's conceptually conceived. We are so much bigger. Beyond the scope of understanding, we are seriously much bigger. You share this. That's all you do. You share and say, hey, look, okay, let's check it out. Pay attention. I want some more cashews, guys. They're pretty good. And another thing, don't overeat. So, did you see me doing this right here? No, my pizza is for about an hour. And remember the times they used to talk about, Marcus? An hour and 45 minutes. Then I'll have like one slice of pizza with all the vegetables on it. A ton of damn vegetables. And this is a regular pizza, y'all. It's not organic like I usually make the cauliflower or the broccoli one or smelt and all that. Regular ass cow. Well, the cheese is different. But big old slice. I guess you call my Sunday cheat meal. And it's a beautiful thing. You know? I like to see people laugh. And that's why I share goofy shit sometimes. Goofy stuff sometimes, super language. I'm on Instagram. And they block me on Facebook. Come to find out, the individual that blocked me is not even real. Like, I know 2 guys that work for Facebook over here and says, yeah, right, they've done it for you. I was like, oh, good. It says it's not even really the people, but I said, don't know what it is, people. These machines don't function without the hue of a man. You know? And that's going on 6 months now. I love it. So I removed it. No, I really removed it. I deactivated it. Oh, yeah. And I didn't feel no kind of way. They didn't make me leave. I've been telling people I was leaving that thing anyway. But it literally has control over me. I use Instagram for a very small number of people because I was getting rid of a lot of people on Facebook. Oh man, every day I was getting rid of 5, 20, 15, 30. I was getting rid of them. I don't care about them no more. I love them. I don't care about the plight of place and position they're in. Eight winning timeless. And what matters to me is that we don't become a structure of their soundness. We become internally structurally sound. We be the viable vitality to who we are. Somebody wants to sit there and say, hey, look, this always existed. My thing to them is, wow. Just like when people say we're not indigenous, well, how are we not? When there's records and history, documents and everything. Library of Congress, when I used to go there in the 90s, oh my goodness, the stuff that I saw in Edinburgh, Scotland, sitting with these old Masons, 78, 85, and 92. And the woman being the head, and me being the only American brother in there, sitting there by a chief who went there, and a first class who went there from Korea and Vietnam, because they saw something in me and they ain't bring nobody else. And when I went back, I met 3 other brothers who went and visited within that week, and we just sat around. And my brother Bowman from South Africa, held his head up when I walked by him. And when I got close to him, and my brother from Morocco, they knew something I didn't know. They embraced me and walked me back to the back rooms where our birthing where we were at, because I was part of the first lieutenant thing, service week, whatever. And they just gave me comfort words, because even though I always knew who I was, because I was raised in that knowledge, to hear the fact of them talking against this government and certain parliaments, them things they shouldn't, but they're so old, they don't care, and nobody's going to do nothing to them. This is your governments are fake. They have the people believe in leaders, and then there's no such thing as a leader. The people are the leaders. They're supposed to be the voice of the people, and it's going to get worse. How many years now have I been saying, from before to living on the res, the last, from 8, 9, 10 years to now, that says something big is coming? How many remember me saying something big is coming? Marcus, you watch, you seen me, you see the videos. So Sherry, I don't know if you was there on my when I was saying it then, but I kept saying something bigger than you can conceive and understand, and here it is. And this is still in the Diluvian, like the Clovis. This is the real Clovis, the beginning of something that is so binarily sick. It is devoid of all responsibility and truth. And I'm not here to be PC. I'm not here to talk politics. I don't have respect for that which has no respect for the living. Because y'all know I'm big on word etymology, and I'm not going to do all that here. Living on my ancestral land. Soil. Mother Earth. Get you mad at them. We got people, I say this, say Yamasee. Now we got people want to say Yamasee and this, that, and all. Have these add these little extra adjective or whatever to make it sound so spectacular. You know what I say to them? Out of here. I want to bleep myself, all right? Just keep it simple. I'm of the Yama Nation, so I don't understand all that, because I know things different. And if they're using Google as their complete search engine, even Wikipedia has kind of threw up on itself. Take how it's shared. Don't be all emotional. Be very, because building doesn't mean disrespecting. Building means that I understand, or I discern what you're saying. I just still don't accept it. But you know what? I'm going to look into it. And sometimes it's good to gaslight or look into it, knowing that you're not going to. I'm going to look into it, You know you don't have to, but you want to be the decency in the conversation if you're aware, or you could just go the hell with decency and be the argumentative, and y'all be doing exactly what keeps us stuck in that place. Or you could be the good vermicelli that you browned in some ghee or some olive oil, and then you add water at the appropriate time so you get that, you know what I mean? And you put the fresh garlic instead of browning it in the oil with the rice, instead of getting that burnt flavor, because you're not looking for that Tuscaloosa flavor. You want that good vermicelli rice. And then you catch good crappers, because you know that you're gonna roast them not in aluminum but real tin over a fire open with onions on top, because you know the benefits of the fat and the skin. So when you have your vermicelli in an open face, you know, with the onions and whatever mushrooms you find out, the wild ones, especially on pines and stuff like that, you know that it's going to be alive, like raw vegetables and, you know, fruit. So share this, okay? And we're right at the 41 minute. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down, guys. But I might come back on in about 2 hours. Enjoy my pizza. I don't know, but I'm definitely coming on tomorrow. I'm gonna keep this up every day. But I'm also gonna show again. I think I uploaded on the channel how to make. Let me go grab it right quick, okay? So that way you can see. I started making some more. Let me go grab it real quick. I meant to bring it over here, but I didn't. Put this in the sink too. There we go. Oh yeah, not that. I need to empty some of that one out. Okay. Damn, go out to pinch my nuts. Excuse me. I mean, pinching my my planters. Back to the truck. So this, I transfer this always to when I get about that much, I do a check. So my filter upstairs has those little brown, white, and black beads. I take that off. I pour those out. You know, the aspirin and stuff like that. Most of the time, though, I got some old bottles, right? It's cotton. I take that. Listen, before I put it in there, I put. Just watch how this goes. I put silica sand, pebbles, and the charcoal. Then I put the cotton. No, I mean backwards. I put the pebbles. For a fish tank. So it's a big plastic tube that's for my filtration. So I put the pebbles that go in the fish tank that far up, put silica sand, and then I pack this activated charcoal I make on top, and I put the cotton right on the top, and I screw it back into the water head, and I run it with cold water to lukewarm for about 10 minutes. You want to talk about one of the most refreshing, invigorating showers? Then I take a cup, or take my mason jar. That's what this one's for. And I fill it up and I take a sip. Then I go back and I fill it up again. That same water running through there. Oh, that thing's good to go for about another two weeks. I take a shower. I don't shower twice a day and every day. That's just stupid. I shower every 3 or 4 days. I don't be stinking. Nuts don't stink. I walk and exercise. Underarm, I use lime. I don't be getting all funky. I've had people sit there going, James, you smell like walnuts. He just don't stink. What's going on? I'd be looking at him like this. It's not a secret, but it's a secret to you, because he doesn't know all them chemicals in your diet. You know, I walk down Walmart, there's nothing there. Food. So I break out that dash gas. You know that little spray, them things? I got a lot of that novelty stuff. I drink it. But the second time, I take parsley and cilantro for the chlorophyll and a little bit of minerals in there. And I put them in, and I put a lid on, and I let it sit overnight. And next morning, I drink that down. It's green, minerals. Man, food for champions. Food is for us gods. Yeah, I mean this. It's activated charcoal. It's the real deal. You can put this in capsules and sell it. I probably got about a couple $1,000s right here if I wanted to sell it. I don't want to talk about how much I got in there using lump coal. People watch me. I've been using gloves, but I like to no gloves and just break up and grind that charcoal down, get the oven right, make sure I got the organic lime juice, blah, blah, blah. What's funny with the owner of Safeway, they don't have no organic lime juice. Lemon juice and lime juice. I'm like, what's going on here? I think they're trying to change it because Albertson is the one who's in charge of all organics. That shit is not organic. This right here, it's non-GMO, but it's not organic. That means it's being raised in organic soil from a non-GMO source of food that's been cultivated probably about 15, 20 times by now. So it's not so dangerous or harmful. But this is what happens when you know people, and this is real knowledge. Oprah Winfrey's behind that, and this is what I'm talking about, a bunch of sadistic sick people. And if you don't call Albertson, and you don't call the individuals and call them on this bullshit, that's what shows that the FDA, I'm not saying talking against these, I'm just telling the truth of what they do. They show who they are. I'm only expanding on the reality of it for people to pay attention and see it. Scallions. Oh yeah, scallions are great. Okay. All right. That's what I'm talking about, family. Yeah, we need to be we. It needs to be we and us. It doesn't need to be just I. And unless you understand it's I and I. I and I means it is you and I. It is I and you. As above, and I'm going to say this again, so below is actually a contradiction to as. If I say as and you say so, where's the conversation? Where's the mutable ideology? Where's the mutable truthness? But if I say as above, as below, then how do we walk? We step and stand not on the shoulders of giants, but in each other's footsteps. We literally are one without saying I and I. Now, it's not just a word. It's not just physical. It's an existence that we can explore beyond the scope of all the perversions we've been given. Our connections are much more than anything you can conceive. We are that which creates and destroys. I ain't talking about some purple bebop, just drink the Kool-Aid goofy shit and all that other dumb stuff. I'm talking about the truth. What is the truth? Well, it's obvious. The truth is something they want hidden so they can live all their lives and create more new lives. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing the things they do and creating stress and harming the weak and then trodden upon in those systems who have been broken down. But I'm gonna shut it off. We're at 48 minutes. I meant 30 minutes, but you know what? It took a little while to get a few people in here and share this. I love y'all. I respect y'all. I'll be on tomorrow, roughly around the same time. I'm gonna get the same walks in and everything like that. And to Cherokee, much love and respect, my beloved sister. Marcus, much love and respect. 8 wins and timeless. Love that, man. And be that. Be that to the exponential levels to which you can. The elevations that are, there's no limit. You know what I'm saying? And mad respect all the way around. So all my brethren and sisters all over the earth. I don't like the divisiveness. I know some people have a hard time accepting some things that I may say. But I'm not here to rent asunder or destroy all that has been. And I'm definitely not here to put a Band-Aid on anything. So with that being said, love y'all. Share. Express to people what you believe. And you can build as well. And I'm not a part of it. A hard black man. Anyway, y'all have a beautiful, wonderful day. Love y'all.